Good morning everyone. So today we will discuss the modern periodic table of elements. Now before the acceptance of the modern periodic table, there were different periodic tables proposed by various scientists, but those tables were failed due to their shortcomings. One such table was the Mendeleev's periodic table. And why the Mendeleev periodic table failed? This table was failed due to three main shortcomings, and one of those shortcomings is that it doesn't explain the position of the hydrogen atom. And the second shortcoming is that it doesn't give the explanation of the isotopes. And thirdly, atomic mass is not the appropriate property to give the information regarding the elements of the periodic table. So, after Mendeleev's periodic table, Henry Moseley was performing an experiment on the X-rays, and he found that the basic property of the elements depend upon the atomic number instead of the atomic mass. So, what is the atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons present in any element. So, according to Henry Moseley, all the characteristic properties of an element depend upon the atomic number of the elements. But according to Mendeleev's periodic table was based on the atomic mass and not on the atomic number. So Henry Moseley gave rise to the modern periodic table, which is based on the atomic number. Further, Henry Moseley along with Niels Bohr proposed a law for the periodic table, modern periodic table of the elements, and that is known as the modern periodic law. According to this law, all the chemical and physical properties of an element is a function, periodic function of their atomic number. That is Z of any element. Now this statement was true according to Mendeleev's also, but that was for atomic mass. Now if we arrange, this means that if we arrange the elements in the order of their increasing atomic number, then we found that the elements having the same physical and chemical properties repeat itself in a regular interval, or we can say that the increase or decrease in the properties are repeated after fixed intervals. So, and all these things depend upon the atomic number instead of atomic mass, and this is a better version of the Mendeleev's periodic law. Okay. So now using the modern periodic law, Niels Bohr has given the improved version of the modern periodic table of elements, and it means that Henry Moseley as well as Niels Bohr have contributed equally in the design of the modern periodic table of elements. So, in the modern periodic table of elements, there are 18 groups which are represented by the vertical columns. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and here 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. And there are 7 periods which are represented by horizontal rows. Look at the table here. These are the 7 periods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So, see the table please. Here hydrogen is placed in firstly, then helium is placed in 18th group. Then in the second row, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Similarly, the other elements. So, the elements in the group 1 and 2 are known as the S block elements, whereas this 3 to 10 blocks are known as the D block elements, and 13 to 18 are known as the P block elements. Okay? From group 3 to 12 are known as the D block elements. Presently we are not interested in the D block. We have to understand only the S and P block elements. This group 13 to 18 is known as the P block. Now there are two series which are placed below the periodic table. Okay. Now why these elements are placed here, we will discuss further. Firstly, understand these two series. There are two series here. The first series is known as the lanthanoid series. It starts from element 58 and ends at lutetium 71. These are known as the lanthanoids. And the second series starts from the thorium, which is 90, and ends up at lawrencium, which is 103. These elements are known as actinoids. Now the question arises that why these elements are placed here separately. This is because when we have reached at lanthanum equals to 57 in group 3, it was found that there are 14 more elements which are having the same properties as that of the lanthanum. So, to avoid the expansion of the periodic table, because as per the modern periodic table law, we have to place the elements having the similar properties in the same group. So, to avoid the expansion of the periodic table here in this region, we have placed the lanthanoid series separately below the periodic table. And similarly, when we have reached at actinium 89, it was found that there are 14 more elements which are having the similar properties as that of actinium. So, those elements are also placed here below the lanthanoids and is known as the actinoid series. So, these elements, both of these series are known as the F block elements. Now, one thing is to be noted here that these lanthanoids and actinoids belong to the group 3 and period 6 and 7. Okay. So, in the modern periodic table, how many groups are there? There are 4 blocks. Which blocks? S, P, D and F. And the S block elements here 1 and 2, the group 1 and 2, that is S block, as well as the groups from 13 to 18. Which are P block elements. These are known as the representative elements. Whereas the F block elements are known as the inner transition elements. And the D block elements are known as the transition elements. So, we have to discuss only the S and P block elements, and to discuss the properties of S and P block elements, we will meet in our next class. Thanks. Have a nice day.